roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Wiggles free. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Barkley. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Running right through him. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He'll buy some time right. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll try the right side here. Barkley hit and the ball pops free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Jones. And Rudolph has it left side. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Ingram. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
The score, Giants 7, Cowboys 0.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants 7, Cowboys 0.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And he'll find Hall. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Running with Elliott. Elliott a 1st down and more. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a big play there on 4th down. That's sort of a prime example, is it not, of selling out defensively on 4th and short?
It certainly is, because what you're doing defensively is saying you're going to stop them right there at the line of scrimmage or make a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Instead, they get just enough of a hole chopped, and you're thin on the 2nd and 3rd levels. Then you become a chaser instead of a tackler.
On play action, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott out to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up. Switch it, hey. Hey, 47. Touchdown, defense. Mike, 49.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott there to make the grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
Back to you. You want 46. Check the 154 line. Spine 154, 154 line. Just 153. Crash. Run. No. Kill.
Elliott. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So now Dak Prescott off, Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. So now Dak Prescott off, Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Back to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll bring up a 2nd down.
18-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Jones now on 1st down. It's hauled in by Shepard. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw again. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On first down, Barkley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
A 26-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is, and doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
That's a 34-yard line.
On the counter, Elliott. And some space here. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, a guy who considers himself underrated, has told his detractors to put some respect on his name. Hard not to respect a run like that. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Darius Toney on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff, Barkley running left. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
121 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Play fake. Here's Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Toss left to Elliott. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And there'll be a break in the action here because Prescott is going to use a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Elliott running right. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action now. Prescott. He finds his man. Complete. It's Schultz. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And the final number here in terms of top speed, I mean, that almost looks like a misprint. He was just absolutely flying. Unbelievable. Now Elliott. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 15-yard line.
We got three, folks. We got three.
Prescott now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are moving closer to a date now, the NFC Championship game, as they're able to extend this fourth-quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And it's picked up by the Cowboys.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. That ball caught by Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mesh there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus tier. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they have secured a spot in the